that stands out too much, it'll become really obvious when the pattern is looping. But whatever. Alright, so we'll just put two rocks stacked on top of each other. That's like as distinct as it'll get. How did it start? Hold on. I think I'm getting too, like, I don't know how. Oh, and I should probably make sure that the seams line up. Yeah, I need to make sure that the seams line up. Otherwise that's gonna be hilarious. Alright, so yeah, that's good enough. I'm doing okay so far, I suppose. Alright, and then whatever. Alright, so that'll be like a kind of a whatever stretch, and then it'll kind of like cliff up a little bit, and then we can have like a drop off, like a slight drop off here. Whatever, and then yeah, I don't know. This is whatever. It's just whatever is all it is. It's all it will ever be. Just another like rocky patch, I guess. I can add some light dimensionality to this. Oh, are we at the end? Oh no, my tablet just stopped working for some reason. Alright, I don't know what that was about. Alright, so almost there. And then alright, yeah, so we need to make this loop. So in order to do that, we need to take our end and oh no, how do we do this? We make yeah, no, how do we do this? Well, I guess we could just oh yeah, I know one way we could do it. We can just we can just take like a section from somewhere else. We can go copy, file, new, okay, paste, and we can deselect, and oops, no, deselect, and then just select half of it, copy, come back here, deselect, and then, so this half will plug onto here, onto this end. Whoops. Hold on, wait, actually before I do that, let's actually get rid of, oops, no, not that. It's like, whoops, no, what did I just do? Why? I don't know. Deselect, whatever. Still not fully versed in this tool set, but alright, so we will just abut this. I said abut. Sorry, I'm a child. We can abut this here, and then we can select the opposite. We can edit invert selection, copy this, and put it on the other end. Oh, now that I think about it, I'm going to have to do this after I finish the other stuff, but whatever. We can just line this up. So now we know that the edges will line up, but now what we want to make sure is that these seams that we made, we just need to make sure that those seams get erased. But then actually I'll probably want to do something similar again after doing the shading, just to make sure that it still lines up okay. Whatever, it doesn't have to be magical. And then I think we left a seam on the other side too. Yeah. Alright, so, oh, and then I probably want to change the area that I took it from so that we don't use the same shape like that so many times. So I'll replace this with, I don't know, I can lower the terrain, I guess. I can do some reductive instead of some additive parts to this. Although I guess the additive part is more like round and like rock shaped, so yeah. Hey, look at this! I'm like doing art stuff and I'm also talking at the same time. Usually when I start looking at art stuff, I tend to like zone out a little bit. But hey, look at me! Am I improving? Am I getting better at this? I don't know. Could be happening. All right. So the other thing I want to do is like a slightly dustier texture. It's like a little bit lighter, or a slightly dusty color. So a little bit lighter, and a little bit less saturated. That might be too much. No, that's alright, I guess. Alright, yeah, so it's just like kind of like path that the adventurers walk across. I really need a hotkey to trigger the dropper tool, because I use the dropper tool so much, and I just switch between colors so much. It'd be so convenient. I feel like that has to exist. I know it must have existed in at least like some paint program that I've used before, because like I can like my like fingers like expect it to be there, and there has to be a reason for that. I mean, I feel like it must be just from like some other toolkit that I used before. So doop, 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 doop. These are really wide. I might I don't want to make them, I don't know, just for production time. I might want to like if I have to make a lot of these, I might want to make them narrower and just have them loop visibly, like have them loop more than once across the entire screen. But I guess I can deal with that as need be. Alright, I don't want to go crazy with this. How does this look so far? Fine, I guess. I don't know. Oh yeah, oops, I have the little guys gone. I shouldn't have had them gone for so long. Because, like, for example, I think I want to basically just take, like, the entire top part and just, like, bring it down. Just bring it down, man. Bring it all down. Like, basically, like, all of this stuff. And just bring it, like, just move it, shift it down, just, like, crunch it down a little bit. Because this is only going to be the first layer. There's going to be, like, another layer behind this layer, so, yeah. Huh. Oh, huh. Huh. Oh, sorry, I'm just thinking about, like, how... Right, did I ever get around to saying how I want the backgrounds, and then the other stuff that I want to show is, like, info text. Like, right now there's, like, the stats command that you can check your current experience. Yeah, I want to add in another way to check that, so that, or I want to add in a visual component so that you don't. Well, I'm gonna get rid of the stats commands. Is the quick end, there's the short version, and so in order to supplement, or like in order to convey that information instead, I want to use the just like what you see in the scene. And alright, so, I should probably add a little bit of dimensionality to this, just so it doesn't look completely plain. So, alright, let's choose, oops, where am I going? Let's choose another color that is similar to the rocky color, but then like darken it a smidge. How's that look? Yeah, that's fine. That might be, I actually don't want to go too dark, because the background is going to be like a little bit darker too, so yeah, that's better. Alright, so I don't know, the light source I guess should probably be, I guess I'll have it come down from like this direction towards the scene, so I guess the shading would be on like this side of the of whatever we have going on here. Man, I'm not gonna do well with this. I don't know. It's gonna take a few shots. This is where it would be really helpful to switch between colors quickly, because I'm gonna have to be switching back and forth a lot. All right, I think that is probably roughly about how. Yeah, that's probably roughly how I want the dimensionality to look. Good enough, I'm inclined to say. Alright, so yeah, let's kind of like, all right, yeah, I guess I'll just have to do 2 passes on this. I'll just go and then quickly put in some of the shading, and then for some of this I'll have to go back and give it like another pass. So like that, and then I guess cast a shadow too. Why not? Doop 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 doop. Actually, I guess I can add more shadows, because why not? Oops. Yeah. Alright. Blurp blorp, blurp blorp. Oops. Yep. See, this is what happens when I work on art. Like I just kind of like zen out, and I stop talking. I just get completely engrossed in like whatever it is that I'm doing. I guess, yeah, shadowing, right? Kind of forgot about shadowing, but whatever. It's not gonna make or break the scene, really. Alright, now I can just go back and fix this up a little bit. So just a little shadow, just a little bit of shadowing. We don't need that much. Or shading, we don't need that much. Yeah, whatever. I guess I should add more texture to the ground itself, but oops, actually I don't like that. I want to go like what? Like cut across, yeah. And then like that, I guess. I don't know, better, whatever. So, yeah, this is. I hope no one was expecting like a total masterpiece or anything like that, because you're getting this. Yeah. Alright, so I'm just gonna redo the. We'll see how that looks. That's fine. Yeah, whatever. So now let's just reconnect the seams on the edges one more time. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm gonna. Oh yeah. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do is even simpler. I'm just gonna like cut a slice, like just a very narrow slice off this end, and just like stamp it on the other end, and just go from there. So yeah, very narrow. Oops, nope, not that. Very narrow slice, just like 2 pixels. Yeah. Copy that on this side, slam it down on this other side. And I feel like this will probably be close enough. There could be a slight seam, but I doubt it. Oh wait, no. I can just flip it. Image, or layer. Yeah. Flip horizontal. No! Whoops. Oh right, because they're on the same layer. Never mind. Alright, so don't do that. But deselect, and then just justify that, I guess. Because I just wanted to fix up the path slightly. That's all I wanted to do. So, yeah. Now I know roughly how to do that. As long as I don't accidentally, oops. As long as I use the correct color and don't accidentally mess up the guideline that I have here. Oops, not eraser. Take this color. Paint it in. Take this color again. And There we go. Alright, cool. So I think we basically have a layer. Get rid of this, little guideline dudes, and save bg0. Alright, so now I'm going to save as bg1. I'm doing that so that I can use the first image as like a ghost image to have over the next one as I draw the next one. So just I can keep relative sense of scale as I draw in the layer 2. So yeah, so alright, so actually before I change the opacity or anything. Actually no, I don't even have to change the opacity because this is going to be an overlay, right? So I should actually be able to leave it at full opacity. And yeah, so layer 2. So I'll take a similar color, but I think I'm going to make it a little redder and a little, make it a little redder and a little darker. So darker and redder. Not that red. Yeah, more like that, I guess. And this will be the color of the backgrounds, color of the mountains in the background. Maybe not that dark. Yeah, no, that's too dark. That might be good for like the darker tone, but nah, for the lighter tone I want it to be more like, that might still be too red too. That's probably closer. Yeah, that's probably better. We do something like that. Yeah. Sure. Why not? Alright. And this one should also be fairly simple. It's just a mountain range to go in the background. So like bigger shapes. And higher peaks. And then maybe I'll do like a cloud layer to really, I guess actually, yeah, it should have some really tall portions and then it should have some shorter portions too, right? Just for variety. So I can take off some of this. And so these will be scaling at different speed. These will be scrolling at different speeds. So so we'll see like they won't always line up just like this. They'll actually they'll scroll separately, so they'll actually line up with each other differently as they scroll separately. Oh, I guess maybe I should put some vegetation so it's not like completely arid. I could do that if I were so inclined. Nah, for now I'm just gonna stick with this motif, I think. Alright, so now hide this layer temporarily so I can fill in all that invisible stuff. Alright, that's pretty good. So now, yeah, just like before, I just need to add some like shadowing, and I think I'll make it like get gray or, oh, that was the other thing I was going to do. I was going to make it slightly less saturated. So that might be too unsaturated. No, that could be good. Maybe I'll make the foreground more saturated. Adjustment, hue and saturation. Yeah, it can be a little bit tonal. It's not a bad thing. So yeah, let's do that. I'll have to resave the other one. And yeah, this background can be a little more saturated. Yeah, that's probably good. I should bring back that layer of little duders marching along just to see what it looks like with that. New layer. So it's gonna be a little bit funny that like we're in this mountainous region, and then sometimes we find a pirate ship. Sometimes we find a tree with kitties. I don't know. I don't totally care. Plus, like, this character art is gonna change as well. A lot of it's gonna change. Well, like, yeah, I mean, this little character I drew one afternoon, and he was never meant to be permanent. He was just so that I would have something to show on screen. And anyways, alright, yeah. So let's just finish up the alright, yeah, so I'll do clouds actually. New layer. Like clouds behind the mountains. Just like fill up the space a little bit better. So let's get a nice, like, bright, like slightly gray, whatever, big brush, big brush, and like, wait, what? Oh, deselect. Just put in like, it's like a little cloud layer in the background, just to like smooth out some of the hills. And that's actually too gray. Well, that could be okay for the dark part of the clouds, but we want something a little lighter for the light parts of the clouds. Smaller brush to 35. No, smaller still. They'll be slightly like fluffy. Yeah. Oops. Alright. Cloud layer. I don't know if this makes any sense, but whatever. We're doing it anyways. Yeah, just here and there. Maybe that is gonna look ridiculous and I'm gonna want to get rid of it, but whatever. Who knows? It's worth a shot. It might look weird that the cloud layer moves exactly with the mountain layer, but I don't care. Alright, now let's finish up the mountain layer itself with a slightly darker color, slightly less saturated color. Paintbrush. That might be a little too dramatic. Let's do slightly less saturated, slightly less dark. Still a bit dramatic. How's that? Yeah. Actually, no, it might have been better before. Yeah, this is probably fine. Yeah, and so again, I'll have to do 2 layers on this, as per usual. guess actually with this one, you can have like a little more dimensionality to it too, because it represents like a pretty broad distance. So it would make more sense to have like some overlapping peaks and whatnot. Like that one could be in front of this one. Like these ones could be on the same level. Oh, I haven't done the wrapping thing yet. Whoops. I haven't done the thing where I make sure that the edges are, make sure they line up in some reasonable manner. So yeah, I'll just do that. I'll just do that the other way, the simpler, slightly simpler way, where I just take like a few pixels from the edge. I might find that this is insufficient and I have to do it like the real way, but I don't know. I think this could work. Again, it also doesn't have to be perfect yet, because like these aren't like final assets really. These are basically like proof of concept stuff, so that I can just see how yeah, this might not be the right approach, since slope is going to be a slightly bigger factor this time. We'll see. So yeah, for one thing, probably want to cut down on that a little bit, but that could be okay. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so then let's switch back to this color and finish her up. A smaller brush for this one. Oops, no, not a bigger brush for this guy. Oh no, meteor! A meteor is coming, just plummeting towards Earth. Alright. Whoops. Yeah, alright, so this kind of look like pyramids, I bet. I feel like they probably look like pyramids in a lot of cases, but I don't care. I don't totally care. Yeah, that's way too big of a shape to just have all like that. I gotta block that out somehow. And again, it looks like pyramids, but whatever. Oops, not that. No. Oops, I grabbed the wrong color. Alright, that's better for breaking up the pyramid shape, is like give it a little irregularity. Oh yeah, I should also get rid of the top layer so they can, because like a lot of this stuff is going to be visible, like the visibility of this stuff is going to change with like as the background pans. So the background actually has to have like some standalone merit, or else it'll, like as the background pans, it'll start revealing weird errors with the topology. So, to resolve this area. Exactly. I wonder how low this actually gets shown. I guess so. I'll just move one of these closer in. I'll just move this one closer. Yeah, whatever. And then whatever. Those pyramid shapes. I am not an environment artist, as it turns out. Fun fact. I am not an environment artist. I just play one on Twitch TV. I'm sorry. I'll stop saying that. I will... I'll just, yeah, I don't know what I'll say. I honestly don't, and that's the problem. Whatever, this is probably fine. Well, not that, but the rest of this is probably fine for now. Yeah, I'm just gonna call the rest of it fine. Fine enough. Oh wait, yeah, no, the shading. What am I gonna do here? Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna. Yeah, that's not. There's nothing special here, so I'm just gonna make this the seam, and then no, which I'll just like make this the seam, and that'll be fine. Or yeah, no, this is fine. Copy this, paste, expand canvas size. Deselect, alright, and then so, oops, no, not that. So, I'll take very little from this side, because I don't totally want to mess up what I already had going on. Select, paste. Oh, it's going to take forever to slide over. I'll just do it manually. Alright. Oops, why are you not moving anymore? Move, I command you. Alright. Yeah, alright, that's good. And I'll just clean up that seam, and then edit, invert selection, copy, and paste. Slide. There we go. I'll just clean up that. Alright. So yeah, let's clean up this one. This will just be, I don't know, this will just be a slightly shorter ledge in between those. And of course it will be shaded appropriately and not so redundant with its neighbor. So like, yeah. It can be kind of squat too. And heck, let's put it in the background actually. So let's put it in the background just a little. Whoops. A little too enthusiastic about that. Alright. Cool. And then actually that looks weird. I don't know what that's even trying to be. I really don't know what that's supposed to be. Yep, and then this one I'm just gonna connect those, I think. So yeah. Hey, look, we're actually making new visuals today. Who'd have thought that we would actually get to that point where we would actually be cranking these suckers out. So yeah, and then I'm gonna hook up the once we have the assets made, then it will be time to hook them up. In fact, in game, and like, I think because the little dudes don't move across the screen very fast, so. Yeah, so one of the challenges and how I want to set this up is that the little dudes don't move across the screen very fast, but then also, oh wait, I should smoosh these layers together. Smoosh those, kill these. Oh, and I also want to change resave the other layer because I changed the color scheme. So save as, yeah, VG1. Save, yes. Yes, and then undo. Show that again, get rid of these layers, and then save as BG0. Alright, cool. Alright. Yeah, so the little guys don't move across the screen very fast. So yeah, one of the difficulties with displaying like text information with the little dudes is that if they're really close, and like some people's Twitch names are like really long. So oh, it just occurred to me, like, I'll probably want a way to change people's usernames, because, like, some Twitch usernames can be fairly offensive. Like, it's surprising what you can get through those filters. So, yeah, I'll probably want to have some override there, but I can worry about that later, I guess. I mean, not much later, because as soon as people's names start showing up on screen, I'm gonna probably want to change it. I mean, they show up in the chat channel, which is also on screen, but I don't know. It feels different to have it like prominently displayed. Like, it'll probably be slightly bigger font and like more noticeable. So I'll probably want to fix that up. And then actually so like basically right now save data is just a number representing the player's current score, and so one thing I'll need to do in the future is to expand that out to a bigger sort of a bigger set of data, and that way I will be able to change players' names too. It'll be like I'll just have like an override. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do there actually, because like I don't want to. Maybe I'll just like censor their names. Like if they have an offensive name, then I'll just make it so that they what would happen in that case? Yeah, like just replace it with asterisks or something. I don't know. I guess like if the game, like I could just remove them from the game entirely. I could just like flag certain players to be like verboten, or just flag it so that certain players don't show up on screen ever. Like they can still continue to play, but they just don't. They never get like that feedback data to indicate that they've in fact played or done anything interesting. So what the rest of the players, like for the players that are not banned from the game, I'll do what? I will so whenever okay, so there are actions or there are events in this game, and players can take actions and they can participate in the event. at the conclusion of the event, so like generally there'll just be like a scroll of characters like going across the screen, and at the conclusion of the event, if a character is not already queued up to be like wandering across the screen, they will get queued up to wander across the screen. So they will show up in the near future. If they are already scrolling across the screen, they will get queued up to have their information pop up over their head. So, like currently the text version just says currently the text version just says like how many points each action was worth. But instead, like I want to so like let's where's that overlay? Yeah, so like let's say these are the people walking across the screen. Let's say half of these people participated in the event. So like let's say the first guy did. So like in sequence, like this person's name and their experience would pop out of their head. Or like it would kind of like just drift up so that it was noticeable. So like you could tell like, oh, that's who that character is, and that's how many points they have, or how many. I'll probably want to do how many points they have and how many points they've gained since the last time the little bubble popped out of their head, just to clearly convey that like they're making progress. Also because I was gonna say I'll want to truncate like the display of points, but I guess that's not actually true. If I'm showing these things one at a time, then and they might not be literally one at a time. Like it might just be like I might like do like some math to figure out like if they're sufficiently spaced apart, if they're spaced sufficiently far apart, then it can, it can do multiple at the same time. And so I guess if I have to support really long names anyways, and I guess I don't. I guess I could truncate the names. No, I might just do the full really long name. All right, so yeah, so I have to support really long names anyway. So I might as well support really long numbers. And like for the scale, like I don't know, far down the line, like once this game has been going for ages and ages, and people have accrued like tons and tons of experience, then like maybe like in a really far distance, I'll have to change how that works. But I think until people get into like the quadrillions or whatever of points, then I'll probably be safe in terms of that. I'll probably never actually have to change that. And so so showing their total score, and then also how much they've gotten since the last time it popped up. So yeah, and then so like there'll just be this queue of like who's queued to march across the screen, who's queued to have these little things pop up, and then as events happen, the queue gets added, like the queue gets longer, and then gradually as like as this tableau plays out, they'll this queue will continue, and then so the little characters will always come in from the left and march towards the right, and then actually, do you want to switch it around? I might flip it around so that they come in from the nah, that's fine. Yeah, no, because they're marching out of chat, so that like the way I have things organized on my screen right now, they're marching out of the chat window, and that's fine, I think. Yeah, and then so they'll constantly be marching this way, and then the tableau will constantly be scrolling in the other direction. Or like so wait, no, they're marching in this direction, and then the tableau will be slowly creeping in the other direction with like a slight Ethan Hydra, hey, how's it going? Yeah. Oh, so right now I'm working on visual. Okay, so like I actually left it running. So on the bottom of the screen, you can see there are little dudes marching across, and so yeah, I don't know what to call it. I'm calling it like a side quest for the stream. It's basically going to be like a game that runs during the stream. It's still going to be a game dev stream because, well, for one thing, I'm making this game on the stream. And then even once I've finished this game, like once I'm satisfied with this game and I move on to the next project, I'm going to keep making games, but I'm going to have this game like kind of running along. And so like right now it's kind of running in this other channel where like it's just like it's pretty simplistic so far. It's there are events that occur, and you like everyone in chat can take certain actions based on like what are the available actions for an event, and then like there are points, there are experience points to be earned, and like so like the little adventures that are just scrolling across the bottom of the screen is just Mods Lover, hey, how's it going? Thank you. Yeah, it's actually before I started streaming, I practiced just by talking to myself as I worked, and so yeah, it's. I'm also recording these for the archive, so I just I try and keep something going. I'm not always great about that, but yeah. So yeah, what I'm working on now, like, so I got a lot of the game systems working, and I have like I have the game working actually pretty close to how I want it to in terms of like the major like game systems. Well, I guess the last one, yeah. So technically, the art is like another pretty major system. Yeah. Oh, thank you for tuning in, by the way. It's nice to have you here. Um, the what was that? Oh yeah, yeah. So I guess the last major game system is the visuals, the graphics. So that's what we're adding now. And so I just made a couple. Are they still? They're still here. Yeah, like I made like a little background. So now like the little dudes will be marching across, and then we also have a background, and it'll be like lightly parallaxed, and so it'll just be like kind of ticking in the other direction. And so now that yeah, I literally just finished making those files, so now I'm going to start hooking up those backgrounds so that they actually get loaded in and they actually show up, and then I'm going to start hooking up the so instead, like right now it's literally just like a continuous stream of like little dudes marching across the screen, and so the next thing I'm going to hook up is that it won't just be like this endless army. It will actually correspond to who's here, like who's playing, who's watching, because like you don't actually have to participate in the events. Like basically, like, I mean, the idea of this is that like we are a band of adventurers. Like everyone here together is like a band of adventurers, and so just by being here, you'll have like a little avatar that like marches across the bottom of the screen and represents you. If you participate in the events, you gain experience faster, and you can level up faster. I want to make like one of the next things I want to make is more character art. I want to make it so you can actually like level up your character, and you can actually like get like it becomes noticeable, and so like your little avatar can get more cool, and like I don't know, Terraria. Oh yeah, okay, cool. I am not an artist, so I'm definitely going very lo-fi. I almost tried to do pixels at first, but I'm not a pixel artist, so I just decided to go like just very, very like lightly intense visual, like not like graphically intense. And actually, that's like I never go graphically intense in the games. This is actually the most graphical game I've made. If you check out my website, like I tend to just do like very small representative shapes, like just like cubes and spheres and stuff like that. Like pretty much all my games are like this. Like B-Box is just is literally just like these Tetris shapes that you like drag around, and like Grav is like a brick breaker with just like bricks and spheres and capsules, and actually those are like some of the projects that I worked on for my portfolio. The next one I want to work on is again like super simplistic in its visual. I said, yeah, I tend not to go deluxe. For this game, I wanted at least to sell the fantasy. I wanted it to be immediately clear, like these are adventurers, they're going on a journey, and so I'm doing a little bit of that. It's and so like the stuff that I'm whipping up now is probably going to be fairly temp art. I want to expand it, and like I do like drawing sometimes. So like when I'm inclined, I'll probably like I want to. So like I just did this like mountainous backdrop, for example, and oops, not that. I just did this like slightly mountainous backdrop, but I want to do like different locales. So like you're adventuring through the mountains, and then maybe you adventure through like the savannas, or like just like come up with like a bunch of different themes. Like we could do a cave like that you're all spelunking through, and like so different backgrounds. Not too many, probably like I don't know. I'm thinking like in the realm of like maybe 12 total. Just so there's a little visual variety, and then for I want the most art I want to do is actually for the characters, and I do want to make it better, and I do just want to make it more interesting. And I mean like I haven't figured it out yet, but I like one thing that I probably shouldn't even say it because like I really have no clue how I would do it. I kind of, if I can figure out a way to do character customization, I would want to do that, but I don't know how to do that yet. And all right, thank you, Ethan. Yeah, all right. So I'll start here. I'm just gonna put away my tablet for a minute and then start hooking up these arts. Get some art flowing. Because I'll probably, now that I have like a temp background and a temp character art, I'll probably start hooking up the systems associated with it. So that way, when I come up with when I actually produce the new art, it'll just be a matter of like plugging it in. Yeah. So, sorry, I'm just gonna adjust my laptop again. So for this project, I am working independently. It is a personal project. I do sometimes do collaborative projects on stream. So yeah, if you guys like so every now and again, I'll do I call them stream jams, where basically everyone together we all make a game. We all like vote on what we want the theme of the game to be. We vote on what we want, what like genre and like what game mechanics we want, and then throughout the entire process we all just like work together to like actually put the game together. So yeah. So if that sort of thing sounds cool, I announced that sort of stuff on my my Twitter handle at srsly_bz. So yeah, I can let you know when those are coming up that way. So all right, this is not a real thing. I can get rid of that, and I can just hide this altogether. So what am I doing? Right. So okay. So let's we need these things as essentially we just need our name. Oh yeah, no, I don't. Oh yeah, I replaced that. So wait, when are we loading our character data or character images and stuff? I mean, we have to do it somewhere, right? They don't just come out of nowhere. What are they even called? Adventures. Her adventures. Oh, Pygame. Yeah, here we go. So Pygame on. Oh yeah, all right. So we'll want to put it in here. So yeah, if Pygame on, I just have a switch so that I can deactivate the graphics when I'm working on non-graphical systems. Yeah, right. Yeah. So that right. So yeah, right now it's just going to be a very linear progression. So like, right now it's just going to be like, everyone starts as like probably like this little dude or some variation of this little dude, and then when you hit a certain threshold, then there'll be like tiers and I mean, at some point I want to make it customizable. So I don't just want to make it a linear progression. I just don't know how I'm going to do that. I really don't. I don't want it to be a chat command because, oh, you know what I could do? I could use a different chat channel for character customization. So that way, if people want to customize their character, they can just go over. Because like right now I have it running in, like JourneyBot is the administrator of the game, and I just have him running in his own channel. Eventually he is going to switch over to our channel once I'm done testing it, and once I can, once I'm not constantly like turning on and off the script and constantly restarting it, and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, so if the results from that are the same as mine, then like I might as well just use my own, because I don't know, given the option of using someone else's creative materials and using my own creative materials, I use my own creative materials because I enjoy making them, and like that's part of why I do what I do, and I get better the more I work on that sort of stuff. So yeah, thank you for the suggestion. Sorry, I just have like a thing of tomato juice that I use to not die while while I'm working. All right, so what are we doing? Yeah, right. Okay, so now we're loading in. We'll do BG0 ping, or we can just call it BG0. And actually, no, we'll call it BG0 ping. BG0 ping, and BG1 ping. BG1 ping. All right, save that. Hey, Vorlos. Yeah, right. No, that's yeah. All right. So I'm going to go gender neutral. So actually, if anything, I have to add male characters technically, or I have to add male and female characters. I'm probably just going to stay gender neutral. And so like if the characters are looking too male, or if they're looking too masculine or looking too feminine, I'll probably just like neutralize that for now, because like yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, because until I have some way to allow that customization, I can't just like randomly assign genders. That would be a little awkward. I mean, I could, but that'd be a little awkward. It also doubles the art production, so it like nearly doubles the art production. So I think I'm probably just gonna go like gender neutral. Like think how Sackboys. Well, no, that's actually not a good example because they're called Sackboys. That's lame. But like I was gonna say Lego minifigs, but again, that's like a man. No, maybe I should just do both or maybe I should just. Ugh, no. I mean, I literally can't do it until I do character customization. So, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no, that is a good idea, and it is something to think about. I'd probably do it in like in a template sort of system where like essentially you could choose basically you could choose from a variety of assets. Some of them will be more feminine, some of them will be more masculine. Yeah, I don't know. I also like once we get character customization, I want it to be modular too. So like you instead of just having like a complete set, instead of having like a complete sheet. Oh, did they? All right. Well, yeah. So right. Yeah. So kind of along those lines. And yeah. So I think the one things that they did right with the Sack things, like they called them Sack Boys at first, which was not the greatest. But like the one thing that even from the beginning that they did that I thought was nice is that they never. Apart from the fact that they called them Sack Boys, you never really like chose like, oh, this Sack Boy is male, this Sack Boy is female. You got to put him in a dress if you wanted to, or you put him in like a a suit if you wanted to, and like it was always left very ambiguous. So yeah, actually, I mean the Sack Boy. Another thing, a good comparison about the Sack Boy is that or the Sack thing. Thank you, Blake King. Do you have like a 10-hour stream delay for it, because you always say things that I talked about like 5 minutes ago. Maybe you just have a really long stream delay, which would explain a lot. It would explain a lot of things. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, right, the modularity. Yeah, so I don't want to have like just one outfit. I mean, for now it will be like that probably because like the way the upgrades work, it'll just be like, you get like whatever, you just switch, I don't know. Yeah, I want it to be modular, kind of like the Sack things. Yeah, so if I can come up with a way to customize whatever, then it'd be nice to have that option so that you could like choose what pieces of armor you want, what you want to be carrying around and stuff. Yeah, you don't have to apologize for it, but I don't know. It's just weird. I'll just have to get used to it. Well, I guess we'll both just have to get used to it. Anyways, all right. So adventures. Wait, what is this? Oh. Oh. Right. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So how are we going to do this? We have our adventures. Adventures equals I times 32 for... Oh, yeah. Oh, right, yeah. Right. Alright, so, I need two backgrounds. I need two of each of the backgrounds at any given time. Uh, so the action system is very flexible. So, uh, if you want to see roughly how the system plays out, here I can link to JourneyBot chat. This is basically like I've only made eight events so far, but if you want to, if you can't. I mean, on mobile you can't do this, but if you're on a computer, you can check out the other chat channel. So there's only 8 events in, like, again with the art, I just wanted to put in enough that I could prove out the game systems and get them all working. So that should give you an idea of like how the game is structured. And I'll tell you, that is literally how the game is structured. That's not going to change. So, yeah. All right. So I actually want 2 copies of each of this. I actually want like. So BG. What? So BG scroll BG scroll 0 BG scroll 0 equals 0 1600. Wait, 0 and 1600? Because they'll be scrolling this way. Yeah, so 0 and 1600. BG scroll 1 equals 0 and 1600. Because the dimensions of the oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So I guess like maybe once I get character customization working, I could add in like some sort of like character features. But for now, there's nothing special. Like basically, what like the adventures are very. How to explain it? Like so what a player can do is entirely contextual on the actions, and all players can take any action. There's no restriction. There's no arbitrary restrictions amongst players. So, for example, if like one of the events was like, you know, like if it took place in like a wizarding, I don't know, whatever, then yeah, some of the events could involve like magic and spellcasting and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's not going to be about characters though. That's going to be about events. Maybe if I come up with if and when I get character customization working, and to be clear, I don't necessarily plan on doing character customization for the first version of this game. Like I'm probably going to move on to the next project once I get like the core systems up and running, and then like these are nice ideas, but like I don't know if they're like they're things to think about. And like again, like I said, like I don't even know how I'm going to accomplish this, because for one thing, like people on mobile wouldn't be able to customize their character, and like that's not. I don't know. I don't want to half solve the problem. I want to wait until I like actually come up with a solution, and until then, I'm going to implement the game as is currently, and yeah. So that's. I like that. I'm going to put that on the back of the box. All right. So. Yeah, so the reason we have these BG scrolls is that, so like the image is long enough to fit all the way across the screen, but yeah, it'll start to scroll, and so I need 2 copies of it so that I can like line them up end to end, and so like so then like yeah, so like they scroll across like individually, and then when it gets to the end, the other one like pops to the end, and like they start scrolling. Yeah, I mean like yeah. Anyways, hopefully this will make sense as we go. Right. So like with the so the way so they just currently animate. It's like every I think like every second they like tick over like some distance, and so now I want to do what? It's in the Pygame section. Pygame on. Right, okay, so for I in range, advs count, advs I, plus equals 8. So they move over by 8 pixels each time. Now I'll say like for I in range, oh, I don't have to put the 0, anyways, range 2, whatever. So BG scroll 0 index I. What do we do? We'll say BG scroll 0 index I minus equals. So if the adventurers are moving by 8 pixels, then the ground should probably move by 8 pixels as well. Maybe? No, it doesn't have to move that fast. I'll try like 4 pixels for starters. And then right, okay, and then BG scroll 1. 1. This is the the 0 is the foreground, and so I'm going to parallax them so that the background will move. That's good. I try and keep the whole channel like appropriate for all ages. So like I tend not to go very grimdark or anything. Like I try and keep it light. So yeah, like Dark Souls, you can play with your whole family. I don't know. So the 0 is the foreground, and that'll move faster. BG scroll 1 is the background, so that will for parallax that'll scroll maybe only 1 pixel. I don't know. I'll tune these to get them until they feel right. And so then the other thing we do is blit them both. Oh yeah, actually no. The other thing we need to do is to check to make sure if they. So if BG scroll, if BG scroll 0 index I is less than 1600. Or no, negative 1600. If it's less than negative 1600. Huh. Oh yeah, okay, so the other, so yeah, one thing I have to emphasize is that game structure, sorry, I never actually mentioned this part. So I'm like the inspirations for this game are like text adventures, of course, because text is how people can play the game. There's we can still have bosses without a fighting system, but yeah, text adventures, of course. Multi-user dungeons, which were kind of like text adventure MMOs back before MMOs came out, and a lot of classic inspiration for this, because the other one is tabletop role playing, like Dungeons and Dragons style role playing. So the game systems, like I've told you literally all of the game systems, I think. Oh no, they're event types, and like there are a few eccentricities with how events work, but the way that I made this game, I don't have it up running. I deactivated it, but there's I have a special control panel on my side, and so I can actually write events as the game is running. Like just in the middle of like the stream, I can like type out whatever event and like activate it, and I don't even really have to type it out. I can just say it out loud, and then so we could have bosses if we want. We can have anything that I choose for us to have, really, as long as it can fit within this event system. Like I mean, the event system is basically like how we play it, but the event system is very flexible in that like it's basically like well, like, okay, so since you can't access the JourneyBot channel, I'll just show you that like some of the examples like right now, the 8 ones that I have in there are just like yeah, my games tend to be like non-violent and like they do have like confrontation and like action and stuff like that, but like I mean the way that people like, well, here I'll just read the example. So like a giant boulder blocks the path. Will you push it left or right? Like that one's very simple. It's just that one's just about like teamwork. So it's like you get a better bonus and you like complete the challenge faster if you push it, if you all push in the same direction. Whereas if you try and push it in opposite directions at the same. Anyways, so like a riot breaks out in the middle of town. Will you shout for justice or subdue the rabble rousers? Your pirate ship drifts on rocky seas. Will you hoist the mizzen, batten the hatches? So like these are just examples. Like it's literally anything that I can type out. So like, you know, they tend to be like they tend to give you like a setting, like some sort of setup, so that you understand the situation that you're in, and then just like the actions are as simple as like words. Like they're always just like a single word phrase. So the way you choose your action is by typing that single word phrase into chat, and yeah, so I mean, that system is so flexible that like it can really cover any sort of subject matter. Kind of like how in a game like Dungeons and Dragons or like, you know, a tabletop role playing game, you know, it's just your spoken word. Like the adventure can be whatever you choose to talk about. So yeah, I think I'm actually gonna use like 1599 because I actually have like a slight buffer on this side of the screen. I have a slight buffer on the left side of the screen, but I don't have that buffer on the right side of the screen. So I think I should probably I can even go like 1595. So if BG scroll is less than 1595, then BG scroll, BG scroll 0 index I plus equals 1600. And then same thing for BG 1 scroll I, BG 1 scroll I, and then we blip them too. So how tall did I make them? I forget. Was the 150? How tall is the screen? 300, 320, 320. So I need to put them down at position, what, like 170? So yeah, where did I? Oh yeah, right. So graphics, blit, adventures. Oh wait, actually no. I can just do these. I don't have to do these separately. I can just do these. Oh no, because they scroll at different speeds, right? That's why I have to do them separately. All right. So the reason I call this a side quest is like this is not supposed to be like a meal. This is supposed to be like a snack. So it's also supposed to be very light. Like it's part of the reason that I try and make the events like kind of silly. Like one of my favorite events actually is Kitty Tree. A small herd of kittens are all stuck in a tree. Will you climb the tree to fetch them? Shake the tree to catch them? And I don't know. So like it's just supposed to like the events aren't going to happen constantly because, like I said before, this is a game dev stream. It's not a game stream, so it's not going to be a stream about this game. But this is just going to be something that's happening in the background, and like so there are going to be automated events that are just happening all the time, or like, you know, intermittently, and like so those will just be like the whimsical like whatever, and then like for the story driven stuff, like I'll be using that control panel I mentioned, and I'll be guiding the story that way. So like the ones that you get like just like spontaneously through the automated system are going to be like more like, you know, just like whatever, just like you can gain experience, you can level up, and like they're supposed to be kind of amusing. I intend to like write more of them and like, you know, keep that like a healthy library so that like it's you know, it's at least it's at least moderately amusing. And then yeah, and then then the ones that I enter manually will be you know, like more like the main storyline or whatever of the side quest. I don't know. I'm still figuring out how I want to do this because like I don't know. I yeah I really have no no clue how this is gonna work out. I'm just kind of making it up as I go. Uh, uh, well, like I said, it's literally just what we say. Like, it's so abstract. Like if I wanted to, I could make the entire game take place inside a pastry chef's kitchen. Like, and then the next day, I could change it, and the entire game takes place in space, and you're all like giant battleships. Like, well, I'd have to change the art for some of these things, but like, I can't emphasize enough. The answer is yes to all of your questions. The answer is always going to be yes to all of your questions because it's as flexible as what we choose to use the system for. So, yeah, yes. I really can't emphasize that enough. All right, so yeah, all right, so we have to blit these in the correct manner. 32 by 32, no. The dimensions are now 1600 by 150. Or, yeah, 150. And the height is 170. And yeah, so, no, Pygame Rect is not advzi, it is BG scroll 0i. Copy, paste. Oh no, this one doesn't modulate. This one's just I. Yeah, or just I. Wait, BG scroll 0. Oh no, the image, right? No, the image is always BG ping, BG 0 ping. What is it? What do I call it? BG ping 0, BG 0 ping. BG 0 ping. So yeah, the back. Okay. BG 0 PNG. All right. And then this will be basically the same thing over here, except BG 1 ping and BG 1 scroll I. This might be correct now. Yeah, it should be interesting. I hope it'll be interesting. And well, so one of the nice things about it is because it's so flexible, like I can adapt as a hey, FO Studio, hey, how's it going? Yeah, so it'll basically be the opposite of that. You have infinite choices, and none of them involve murder. So I don't know. Is this gonna work? Is this gonna work? Could work, right? Oh, where'd the adventurers go? Oh, whoops, I'm blitting them in the wrong order. Yep, so the background is on top. Tee-hee. Alright, so I'll have to fix that. But hey, it's doing something. Alright, so, right, so these have to go in literally the opposite order. These ones have to go like so, and these ones... Oh, ooh, yeah. Oh, that's the other thing. I can't even loop like I've been looping because I have to do both of the backgrounds before I do both of the foregrounds. So, whoops. So that's not hard. I just have to wait. Why is this indented? Oh, right, because I didn't bring the loop with us. Alright, so, yeah, so I just have to loop over it twice. That's not, oops, I didn't mean to cut that. Alright, there we go. Yeah, pink is the chroma key, so that way I can, yeah, there we go. Hold on, I'm gonna bring it up on my... No, I'm going to open a portal to another dimension, sorry. I just want to make it bigger so that I can see it too. How's that like? Oh, the clouds. Oh, I forgot about that, yeah. I have to use like sharper edges around the clouds, otherwise. Oh, Vordlos, hey, it's nice to have you here. I Oh, Vuki, hey, how's it going? Sorry, wow, I wasn't paying attention. So um, so yeah. Oh, Vorlos, thank you for tuning in. It was great to have you as always. I hope to see you again in the near future. Have a good evening. All right, so I think the background might be scrolling a little fast. Huh. Yeah, sorry for the opening a portal to another dimension. I just wanted to see like the graphics on screen. I'd probably open it on my other window, but on my other monitor. But then I have like the you know what? No, I'm a silly person. I'll just leave the glowing pink graphics on screen because I can see those in real time. Sorry, just I don't know why that didn't occur to me sooner. All right, giant glowing pink graphics. Yeah. All right, let's evaluate. I mean, you guys are seeing it twice, but I only get to see it once because. But oh yeah, and people were showing up. Right. Hey, yeah. Hey, sorry. I was like right in the middle of this, but hello to everyone who just tuned in. Thank you for joining us. Um, yeah. It's I'm glad you guys made it. It got a little quiet for a little while, but yeah, no, it's picking up again. So this is cool. Yeah, so the theme of today was supposed to be adding new visuals to the game, and we are eventually getting to the point where we're like kind of adding new visuals to the game. But it took us a little while to get here because I kept adding all these other features instead. But yeah, so like the thing I just added in are these backgrounds. So now as the little guys scroll across the screen, there's also these background elements which also scroll. Although I think they scroll a little fast. I think I'm gonna slow their roll a little bit. Cause yeah, right now I might make it so that the foreground only ticks, or like the foreground background only ticks like it just ticks less, and then the background I might only tick like once every Hey, we got a new follower. Ethan Hydra, welcome. Thank you for following. I appreciate your viewership and your support. It's good to have you here. Oh yeah, right. So well, so like as you probably noticed, like you're seeing these things. You're seeing these things on screen, right? If you weren't seeing them, you'd be seeing my screen. I can't literally take up the entire screen, because if we take up literally the entire screen, it's not a game dev stream anymore. It's just a game stream. So yeah, I'm not literally trying to cover up my entire screen with this stuff. I'm just trying to dedicate, like, I mean, this is actually probably too much. Like what I'm seeing here, like I can just see like in my little preview window, like how much of the screen is taking up. And that's actually more than I really wanted it to. Well, that actually might be an okay amount, but like the text and stuff, all the other graphical elements, like they're not gonna, like it's not gonna go any higher on my screen than that. Like that's as high as it goes. So yeah. What am I talking about? Oh no, what am I talking about? Oh yeah, so right. So the clouds. I don't know. They're not supposed to be like sky clouds. They're just supposed to be like more like fog clouds, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, that's roughly the visual effect that I was going for. Although, except I did not mean to have that pink outline. I forgot that by. Yeah, I guess I just have to have hard outlines, which is fine. I can do that. Because of the clouds, I had soft outlines and. Yeah, I'll have to go and touch that up. Sorry, I keep wanting to look at it closely, but I guess it's been up for 20 seconds now, so I can just open my other monitor and see it there. So sorry, I'm just gonna do that real quick, if you don't mind. No, not profile, channel. Channel, go to channel. Yeah. So, alright, yeah, right, there's that. There's the whole adventures, like, marching across the screen. Actually, I don't know, that background scroll might be okay. Maybe I'll make the adventures not as fast. Maybe instead of, like, moving by 8 pixels every tick, maybe now they'll just move, like, by 6 pixels every tick. Although that means it takes longer for them to get across the screen, which means I can't fit as many adventures across the screen. So, okay, so maybe I'll keep it... Oh, no, that would... No, I was going to say I'll just slow down the tick rate, but that would also have the same kind of effect, basically. So maybe it's fine how it is. Maybe I'll just get used to it. Yeah, that's not too fast. I don't know why I thought that was too fast. That's probably fine. Yeah, that's probably fine. Alright, so, what cloud is messed up? Oh, are you talking about the pink outlines? Yes, all the clouds are messed up. They all have pink outlines, and that's not normal. So... Sorry, I have to look up... I'm gonna go look up... No, actually, if I want to look up close, I can look up on I can look on this one. Because there are seams here. And oh, that's... Yeah, alright, that's what you meant. Yeah, the cloud seam. Because... Alright, good, yeah. Yes, you're correct on that one. Because, yeah, as you were... As I was pulling that on screen, it was occurring to me that I never fixed the seams on the cloud layer. So, I will do that now, in fact. Here we go. Yes. Right. I just kind of, like, globbed in the clouds, and I was like, whatever, ship it. It was kind of an afterthought. So, yeah, how am I going to do this? I'll just do it the quick way. I'll just grab a few pixels from this side and slap them down on the other side. So, like so. Just only a few pixels, just to give us an indication of what the clouds look like on the seam, and then I can like work with that to finish out the cloud layer. All right, so I guess while I'm here, I should probably clean up the edges so that they're not bright pink either. It's just these. I think it's mostly just these like super. I used such a big brush that like this like incredibly soft. These incredibly soft edges just they're just picking up so much pink. So I think I should be able to clean that up pretty easily as well. All right, so deselect. Dropper of this cloud, or I'll just do the background cloud color first. Oh, and I have to respect both of those seams, so yeah, I don't know, I'll just connect them. I assume that's all covered by mountains. And then the other cloud color. So I want to respect the seams again, and I think that's probably about right. Alright, and what do the mountains look like on top of this? Yeah, alright, so that's fine. That is sufficient. And then, alright, so now I'll just go through and clean up the edges too. Because I think most of the edges are okay. I think it's just these super soft edges, because like, I never use brushes that big. I just used it to be quick, and it did not pay off. Because as it turns out, this was not a very quick process. All right, so yeah, just a much finer brush to just I should probably just redo the cloud layer with a much smaller brush, because I'm probably not going to pick up all the fuzziness, no matter how close I get. Oh no, I know what I can do. No, that won't help. Well, yeah, actually it'll help a little bit. I'll just put in a new, whoops, no, not that. New layer, underneath the cloud layer, spill it, I don't know, like pink, for example. Yeah, alright, so that just makes the fuzz a little more apparent, so it'll be a little easier to cut down now. Alright, so Oops, wrong layer. Oops, what the, what are you doing? Oh, I dropper tooled on the wrong layer. Alright, yeah, it's just to make it a little sharper. Man, there's a lot of fuzz. Lots of fuzz. Actually, maybe the trick will just be to edge these things with something darker, because maybe, like, I think part of the reason that the pink was showing up so much is because of because of how bright it is as a color. So, I mean, I could just choose a different chroma key color, like a slightly more neutral tone. Yeah, like this is horrible. That's much better. Oh, actually, this paintbrush has the eraser tool has like a nice outline to it, but it doesn't make the clouds as like round shaped. It makes them like weird shaped instead. Not that that's better. I don't know. Whatever. No, that's awful. I don't know. Whatever. This is not like AAA art. You might notice. So just kind of busting it out at this point. I tend to run out of things to say faster when I'm working on art. I think because I don't do it as much, and so I tend to lock into an aesthetic, and then I just tend to like kind of zone out a little bit. And so I apologize if sometimes I literally will stop talking and not realize that I've stopped talking. But whatever. I'll try and be okay about that. Alright, hopefully that'll be a little bit better. There might be a slight pink glow around the edge, but whatever. That's just like, there's just like little rainbows or something. I don't know. I don't care. Oh, did I mess up the seam again? Hopefully not. I hope I didn't. Oh, although I think this seam should actually be slightly more downward sloped. Just the way it's connecting to the other one. Alright, hopefully that's better. Alright, so now get rid of this layer. Smoosh these layers together. Get rid of this layer. Get rid of this layer. File, save as, BG1, save. Yes. Yes. Alright, now let's see how it goes. Oh wow. Are you in an airplane right now? That's amazing. The last time I was on an airplane, I had like no internet, and it was excruciating. I went for like so long without internet, and it was like the worst time I've ever had in my entire life. Slight exaggeration, but only a very slight exaggeration. I'm gonna make the foreground tick slightly slower, so like 3 instead of 4, maybe. I don't know if that'll help. Oh yeah, no, I just saved the asset again, so I can rerun the script, and hopefully those cloud seams will look better this time. It'll take a little while to notice because they're like on the very edge, so I think that looks better. There might be like a slight tear there, but overall I think it's like slightly better than how we had it before. Alright, cool. Yeah, so yeah, I just wanted to get like some, oh yeah, how's the, sorry, I'm gonna go look on my other monitor real quick to see how, how bad the pink outline is. Oh wow, yeah, it's definitely still noticeable, huh? So maybe I should just use a different chroma key color, and, I I mean, for now, I'm probably not going to worry too much. It's a pretty strong argument for pixel art, though. If I wanted to make the switch over to pixel art, because you know, pixel art has hard edges, of course, so I wouldn't have to worry about opacity and the chroma key. So that might be smart. I mean, I can also just tweak how the chroma key works so that it's slightly less tight. Maybe, I don't know. Actually, yeah. Just for starters, I'm gonna see if I can't. Sorry, I'm gonna open a portal to another dimension again. Just so that I can see, just so I can tweak this like faster. So I apologize for this terrifying display. But yeah, I just because if I go journey properties, I can change how the tolerance works. Oh yeah, it's actually really low. So I can crank these. Yeah, those values were way too low to begin with. So actually, I might be able to just do. I might just be able to fix it using these values. Because like usually, if I'm using chroma key, I do something closer to that. Like I think a little more blend. I tend to do more like. This might be. Oh no, that's way too much. All right, but yeah, like I don't know, something like that seems okay. Yeah, and that's probably much better. All right, sorry again for the horrifying portal to another dimension. That will hopefully be in better order. Now, I'm just gonna look at my other monitor again. Real quick. And yeah, look at that. Perfect, basically. Basically perfect, almost. I definitely went, I don't know, there's a very jagged edge, like right along like this part of the mountain range, like right there. Between the serration of the mountains and the serration of the clouds, like that part looks funny. So this is like, yeah, just to emphasize, I can't emphasize enough, this is all very temporary art, and I'll definitely want to you know, like change it a lot. Like for example, there's not enough contrast between the foreground and the background, so like you can't really even see, like the adventures are like covering so much of the. Yeah, the adventures are covering so much of the foreground. They didn't. Oh, am I drawing it too low, I wonder? Maybe. Because, like, when I had them lined up on the, when I had them just, like, dropped in there. Well, no, I guess I did yeah, I did originally draw the foreground to be. No, it looks like they're just bigger. Or I'm just drawing them too low. Hold on, I have to look at my other screen real quick. Oh, right. Yeah, no, the little adventure dudes aren't all the way down to the bottom of the screen. They're like they're like slightly above the bottom of the screen so that they don't get cut off by the bottom of the screen. So I guess I could probably like no, I could drop them down a little further, but I think actually instead, just when I make backgrounds, I'm gonna make the path a little bit higher so that they. Yeah, probably just gonna fix it that way. So I mean, if I wanted to, I could even lift this foreground up a little bit. I could lift both the foreground and the back. No, I don't want to lift the background up a little bit, but I could lift this foreground up a little bit. And I think I might, because why not? So get rid of these things. Actually, yeah, just hide them for now. And then select this layer, select all. And it's funny, I actually thought this was going to be too high, and I moved it down earlier. But ultimately, I think it's actually too low. Oh, and I might as well fix the contrast while we're here. How do I want to do that? I guess I want to drop the saturation in the background, bring... I guess actually I should... I don't know, the adventures have such dark outlines that I feel like I should actually bring... Like, make the foreground darker? No. Well, for one thing, I don't think the adventures are going to be quite so clumpy. Like, they're not going to be. Well, no, that's a realistic scenario. There could be that many adventures, like, scrolling across the screen at any given time. Yay! Thank you. I'm glad you found the channel and were able to tune in. Yeah, I stream pretty regularly, so I don't know if you're a frequent flyer, but I try and do a pretty good amount of uptime on the stream. Just get a. I don't know. I started streaming relatively recently, like within the past few months, and I like it. I wanna get in the habit of it, so I've been doing it a lot. Whoops. No, this one is good. So yeah, what do I want to do visually? What do I want to do? I think I just want to bump it all up. Like I think I made it just a little too faded, the whole palette. So like select all, adjustment, brightness, contrast, bright. No, it's like darker maybe, like a little bit darker maybe. I don't think it needs more contrast actually. Does it? Maybe a little more contrast. Yeah, that's actually kind of nice. It's like, where's that? Yeah, no, I like that. Okay, so yeah. Alright, let's do that. And then I'll probably want to do it to the background too, right? What do I think? Should I do the background too? No, I kind of like the background as like a little more faded, a little more, a little tamer, a little, less contrasted. So yeah, alright, let's see how that works. Actually, now that I think the path might be a little too sandy now that I've changed that, so I'll probably want to drop down the brightness of the path just a little bit. So, oops, not that. Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, layer 2. Let's make it a little bit more. Why are you not deselect? Is that? I don't think the dropper tool is working. Is it? No, I guess it is. Oh, wait, no. What layer are you on? Oh, I was on the wrong layer. Right, okay. That would explain it. Alright. So yeah, I think I actually want it to be, for one thing, lower the tolerance so it doesn't spill. And then, yeah, just a little darker. It got a little too bright in some of those changes. A little less saturation, actually. Just a little less value, I guess. I don't know, that's not really catching it. Maybe I'll just invent a new Color, I guess. I'll just like get the color how I want it instead of trying to tweak that one that I have already. That's closer. But not quite right. A little less saturation, maybe. It's pretty close. Yeah, that's probably about close enough. I'll just wiggle the tolerance a little bit. Yeah, that's probably good. Alright, so now get rid of the layers again. I should save this whole thing, actually, now that I think about it, as just like a PDN. Save as BG1. Yeah. And then I'll save out the layers individually. Oh yeah, I have to kill these. Murder. File save as. Ping. BG0. Yes. And then undo the murder. Kill this one instead. Show these. Flatten these. Save this as BG1. Alright. Cool. Alright. And then I'll restart the script so I can reload the assets. And let's see how that looks. I mean, it looks pretty okay here, but it looks pretty different on screen, I'm noticing. So, like, just because it looks okay here doesn't mean I'm going to like it necessarily. Oh, what the heck? Did I really? Was I really that sloppy with the mountain peaks? Maybe. Yeah. I guess, I don't know, maybe it looks different on this background. But I'll probably want to clean those up because that foreground is just really sloppy. Oh, sorry for putting my face so close to the camera. I do that from time to time. And I apologize because I realize how horrifying that looks. But I don't realize it until after I see myself having done it. Oh, um, yeah, I noticed there's like an ebb and flow to chat. Like sometimes people are really chatty, and other times people just kind of like chill out and relax. Um, I like I don't know. I try not to think about. I try not to dwell too much on viewership because like I try and make the stream interesting regardless of like who's watching or like what people are doing. But I do tend to get caught up on it every now and again, and I don't know. It's weird. I don't know if you ever stream, but like it's like I don't know. It's hard to keep out of your mind. Like I know I'm more interesting when I'm not dwelling on that, but it's also really hard to keep out of my mind. All right, so right, yeah, okay, so oh wow, all right. I've been streaming for about 8 hours, so I'm I I should start. I should What should I do? I so okay. So to disclaim to give you guys a fair warning, I I will have to call it at some point, and it'll probably be relatively soon. Now I'm trying to think like, can I implement a feature? I think actually the next big feature that I'm going to add is probably going to be, or the next feature I want to add is actually pretty big, and I think, I don't know if I could even really start it right now. Like, I'm trying to, okay, when I start on it, what am I going to do? And like, is there like a discrete task there that I can do and I'll be able to like break, like, will there be a good stopping point? It's possible that I might call it soon. I might be this might be the prelude to the conclusion of tonight's stream. So if that is the case, then I will. Oh yeah. So the way I usually do it is I'll say my goodbyes, and then I'll wait for stream delay so that you can actually hear my goodbyes before the end of the stream, and then I'll kick it over to another streamer. There are a lot of people online right now, so I'm sure I'll have no trouble coming up with someone to coming up with another streamer. So while I might be bidding adieu, I'm going to switch over to Facecam for a second. Hey, my face is really big, and it's just because I'm not supposed to show other people's streams on my stream, and so I'm just going to, while I have the screen masked, I'm going to look to see which stream to segue towards. So, oh, whoops. Oh, gotcha. Sorry. I'm just looking at studios now, or looking at other streams. But right, so yeah, thank you for everyone who tuned in today. We got a lot done. Like, we got a lot of features added in. I don't know. It's like at that point of the project where like I'm not thinking about what the project will be. I'm thinking about like how soon the project will be will be the vision, really. Like, I don't know. I mean, like I said, like, I'm not a great artist. So the art isn't going to come out like magically great regardless of what I do. But like I mean, we're almost getting to the point where I can actually start working on art assets and producing those, and then I'll actually get to start thinking about some other projects too. The other one that I'm working on right now is kind of like it's kind of like a puzzle game. We looked at it earlier. Here, I can flash back to it again. This guy, I think is probably going to be the next one that I really dig into, and I don't know, it's kind of fun. This isn't actually the latest version of it. I've done more work on it since this version, and I have a lot more that I want to do with it too. Thank you, Ethan. Yeah, and when I think when I instead of just like kind of cranking out assets just to prove it out, when I actually have time to sit down and like think it out and like actually like make something, like once I have the system working, then it'll be a lot easier to, you know, kind of like fabricate what I want to do with that system. So yeah, I'm really, one of the reasons I'm really looking forward to the next project is that this project I actually plan on releasing. Like IMA is the name, is the working title. No, it's just like IMA is I always give my projects like a 4-letter abbreviation, just so. Anyways, it's called IMA. I'm calling it IMA for now. But someday I actually plan on releasing this product, so like that'll be exciting because that'll be my first like major release. So yeah, I'm nervously anticipating the beginning and the beginning of this project, which will only come at the conclusion of Journey, or JRNE, my other project. Anyways, oops, sorry, I'm not supposed to show other streams on stream, so I'm going to switch back to Facecam. I'm going to find that other stream. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I think I said that. And then yeah, so I talked about how much we accomplished, and oh right, yeah. So if anyone hasn't found it yet, there's a follow button in like the bottom left corner, and then that'll let you know when I'm online. And like I said, I try and keep a pretty good schedule. I do about 30 hours a week, mostly weekdays, like mostly Monday through Thursday, like around 1-ish to around 7-ish Eastern Standard Time, and then when my schedule varies or when I'm doing special events, like sometimes I'll do like I'll change the schedule to do like a 24-hour marathon or something like that. And so to find out about yeah, you did, yeah, thank you, Ethan, you're great. And then so like to find out about the special stuff I do on my stream, like you can follow the Twitter my Twitter handle's down there too. It's at srsly_bz, and that's like how to find out about what's coming up on the stream, what's happening. It's also where I post like links to the project. So when we finish a project, like when we do a stream jam, I'll post like the finished results there. All right, for all the channels that are online right now, surprisingly many of them are not thrilling me right now. But oh no, this one was good the other day when I watched it. It should be good. I have faith in this one, unless they've completely lost their way. I think this one should be good. Come on, be good. Be good. Everyone's just like staring at their screen. No one's talking. What's the deal? What is the deal with this? Game developers, come on, find your voice. Alright, well, I usually try and find a stream that's like less popular to like try and, you know, help people over the hump of getting into game dev streaming, but none of those are really working. So I might just go with one of the more popular ones instead. Anyways, so yeah, so as I mentioned, we are now nearing the end. I will say my final goodbye. I will wait for stream delay, and then I'm going to kick it over to the other stream. So before I go, I just want to say I very much appreciate everyone who hung out. I thank you for the fun chat and just the good times that we all had, that we all shared, that we all have forever and hold in our hearts. Excuse me. So finally, I will just say, have a wonderful evening, and I hope to see you all again in the near future. Safe travels. And this is the stream delay. Waiting for stream delay. Hopefully you won't see this part, but I tend to time it poorly, and you're probably going to see a little bit of this, just to heads up. So host oh no, so apps, yeah, I don't know, that could work. Oh, and then